Hello, happy full moon in Aries, or about to be full moon in Aries, or just past full moon in Aries, because this video is, it's the readings for the full moons and the new moons. They're not always, and they're not usually just for the one day that the moon is exact. Or even, 3 days around it. A lot of times the energies and the messages are in play for a week or two. So, just a little quick conversation while I shuffle out the cards. For those of you who are new or have lost links and who really like the new moon and the full moon readings, I encourage you to join the public Facebook group for my page because I post most every new moon and full moon a free reading. Also YouTube gets them quite often too. I apologize, I missed Libra's new moon. I did not do a general read for Libra's new moon. Have a Halloween event going on. And if you're not in that, you're welcome to join. Check out the link for that posted along with the video. This video, whoops, there we go. So in that event, the 2 tarot decks I'm using, at least primarily, so far the only 2 tarot decks. I've been using a lot of different oracle decks, but 2 tarot decks I'm using in that event. I'm also using in this reading. So this tarot here, and then also the vampire tarot. So Aries is the sign associated with new beginnings, very, very new, absolute beginnings. Marks the beginning of season with the first day of spring is when the sun goes into Aries. Aries is symbolic of the first breath of life and infancy. Babies, it's associated with fresh new ideas, taking a first action step. The sign of Aries is also associated with, it's the first house, and it's associated with our identity. It's associated with our independence, leadership roles, being a good example, our self-esteem. And it's ruled by the planet Mars. Mars also co-rules Scorpio, and the sun's about to go into Scorpio, assuming that we're talking about the full moon, October 13th is when the full moon is exact. The sun enters Scorpio about the 23rd of October. We already have other planets, Mercury and Venus, in Scorpio. So there's a strong Martian energy here. See what we have. I always use the zodiac deck with the new moon and the full moon readings, part of the themes. So we're going to see what cards come up first from there. Mars reversed, Jupiter, and air. Okay. So when the zodiac cards show up reversed, to me they indicate a blockage or an imbalance of some sort, usually being brought to our awareness, brought to the surface, because it's time for that to be healed or rebalanced. Sometimes because it's time for us to stop beating our head against a wall over it, stop over focusing on it, take a step back and kind of accept things we can't change, and then the healing occurs more organically and naturally as a result of doing that. Mars is the planet of passion. It's the planet of our energy, and showing up reverse in some of the ways that they can manifest when there's a blockage or an imbalance through aggravation, through frustration, through aggression. It is the planet of war. But it's also the planet of our libido, our chi, our vitality, of exercise, of taking action and being active, um, and passion and desire and instincts as well. So things healing there, I feel, coming through. Jupiter is expansion, it's growth, it's higher learning, it's benevolence, it's good luck, it's good fortune. Did I say philosophy? It's philosophy. It does, religion does fall under Jupiter as well. But basically, it's expansion and growth. And then we have air. And both of these are showing up right side up, working in our favor. Air is about our thinking, our mental body, our thinking, our thoughts, our communication with others as well, whether it's verbal or in type or however we're communicating. And then air also has to do with travel. So travel and movement definitely showing up predominantly as part of a theme already, just looking at these three cards, as well as expansion and growth and, this positive energy, spiritual growth and expansion, positive energy coming through. From the vampire deck, we have the Knight of Stakes, we have the One of Holy Water, and we have Major Arcana, the Star card. So that's interesting energy to have showing up. I actually want to just put these back. I'm going to and reshuffle them because it's so odd. Those three came out in a reading I was doing recently, and I'm pretty sure I shuffled this deck, and I do believe that things happen for a reason in tarot. Even if I hadn't shuffled the deck, that they would be popping up like that. But I also feel a desire to pull some different ones as well. So I'm going to do like an intuitive read of those three cards, and then we're going to add to the mix another three, or whatever comes up new here. Okay, so we have Six of Holy Water, Jonathan the Fool reversed, and Judgment reversed. Okay, Jonathan the Fool reversed. This is symbolic of the Fool card, Major Arcana card, the Fool in traditional tarot, and that card is associated with the sign of Aries. Okay, so there's a healing going on, and imbalances and blockages may be brought to the light, or there's healing going on, or both, with the ruling planet of Aries, with situations associated with the first house in the sign of Aries. Our individuality, our independence, our being motivated, being able to take action, to self-start, or really many different things there. Then we have the Judgment reversed and the Six of Holy Water. We also had the Star card. The Star card has to do, it connects into the sign of Aquarius. It has to do with the future. It has to do with technology, innovative sort of type energy, but it's also about wish fulfillment and wishes being granted. Where's my book? I'm going to take a look at the vampire cards and also lay out some more tarot cards here. The Two of Knives, Swords, the Six of Stars, Pentacles, and the Valet of Coins. Okay, so now some earthy energy is showing up. This could be representing an earth sign, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. Six of Holy Water. Okay. It says, in this scene, a suave vampire stands protecting his daughter. This image demonstrates that even vampires can display parental affection. This is a card of love, protection, and nurturing. True nurturing never goes too far. It never smothers the loved one, but lends support and allows space for the child to develop. It also shows the similarity between the child and the parent. And Judgment. Judgment actually doesn't show up. In this deck, with this particular deck, there are no reversals. Okay, so I'm going to look in a different book for the reversals here. And it'll actually be a little bit shorter as I get into the part of the book where that is located. The Royals, and I'm looking for the Major Arcana. Okay, there we go. The Fool showing up reverse can indicate indecision or a bad choice. I feel like this would be stuff that's happened in the past, where you feel like maybe you have some regret or you've made a bad choice in the past. It could be occurring now for some of you, and it's just something that's going to happen, and it's like you'll learn from it. And then we have Judgment reversed too, so that is disappointment and worry, right? So there's some sort of like heavy energy, disappointment, worry, maybe regret, or a mistake or something like that. But also there's support, it's being met with nurturance, with love, with acceptance, with, for some of you, this is connecting into your ancestors. This is connecting into your ancestors. We have the Two of Knives. I'm going to look at these other tarot cards too. Knives. Here we go. So the Two of Knives, and that showed up right side up. This is about choice. I feel like you have choice, you have new choices too. Those of you who, I'm talking about stuff from the past that's healing, and there you're gaining new spiritual understanding of, and you're accepting, and you're thinking about differently, in a more positive way now. You're giving yourself fresh choices, and you're opening to fresh new opportunities with this Aries new moon, right? I mean full moon. This full moon of the energy of newness and new beginnings and starting things afresh. And we have the Six of Pentacles. This is speaking of generosity. Okay, this card speaks of generosity again. And then the Valet of Coins. I believe that's the Knight of Pentacles. It's right side up. So here, this talks about action, movement related to money or health. Getting focused on finishing goals, and an energy of being hardworking. This could be referring to a person or where you're directing your energy and what you're doing at this time. You could be working hard on something. You could be taking action and time and dedicating it to improving your financial health or your physical health, or your health in some way, shape, or form, whether it's mental health, holistically your health. Okay? Working on goals. I'm going to do some color cards. I'm going to do Witch's Wisdom cards, and I'm going to do some from the Mystic Mundra deck. The reason I'm doing the Mystic Mundra deck is just, I feel called to it, but the moon before this one, right, the last new moon, was in the sign of Libra, and Libra is about balance and partnerships and harmony. So these cards have people in yoga poses, and they have affirmations on them, and the affirmations are just great. They go with this air thing, and thinking fresh, thinking new, thinking positively, directing your energy in a way that is empowering to yourself and that supports your independence and your individuality and all of that. I just feel like this deck really resonates and is nice for that. So with 3 color cards, and interestingly enough, 2 of them are blue shades. I say that because, Aries is fire and it's associated with red and kind of thing. So we have brown, establish boundaries. We have cayenne, build your confidence. That's a big Aries theme thing there, confidence. And then sapphire, regenerate your body. Yeah. There's definitely an essence and an energy with this full moon about taking care of yourself and recognizing that it's the first step in taking care of other people as well, and like being a good friend, lover, partner, employee, employer, whatever. Your relationships with others, it all starts with your relationship with yourself and with source, your higher self. And so I feel like let's see what we have. It's being highlighted here and recognized. We have, I have to put in the disclaimer here. I am not recommending that anybody put themselves in these yoga poses or tries to do this yoga. That's a personal decision you need to make based on your health and your skill level, and you need to check with appropriate skilled professionals as necessary before doing any of that. Just because I'm showing you these cards and I'm telling you the affirmation on them does not mean that I am recommending you do the yoga. Okay, I'm not qualified to do that, and I'm not doing that. So we have reclining hand to big toe pose. It says, I am at one with the universe. Its abundance is mine to enjoy. So that's the first affirmation. Both feet, toes, and fingers pose. I am rooted in consciousness. And seated forward fold. I am confident in my power. There's definitely a spark of introverted energy here of taking time to yourself to reconnect with yourself in ways you may have been ignoring or blocking, or just where you've not made time for yourself. I feel like some of you now are taking the time for yourself and you're readjusting on a personal level, and doing things that elevate your confidence, that make you recognize where your boundaries lie now, and build your strength and your confidence and your sense of true power, and realigning yourself kind of with like your place in the universe and making yourself feel comfortable, regenerating your body, again, self-love, self-care. But at the same time, there is positivity available externally in the universe for you. I feel like you're being met with, for some of you, or at least you could be, being met with generosity, with support, with understanding and compassion. And it's good. There's a growth that's occurring as a result of those two things. As you nourish yourself, others are going to respond to that energy and treat you well too. And you're going to be in a better position to treat others well. So it's looking pretty nice. Also, the next new moon is going to be in the sign of Scorpio. And I do feel like there's an element here of starting to energetically prepare yourself for that. Scorpio is an intense sign. It is the sign of intensity, and change and transformation. So it's a good idea to do things to improve your health and well-being and prepare yourself for that. You have in bulk awakening. You have witch's cottage, security. And you have Samhain, death. showing up. Death, transformation, that scorpionic energy really comes through with this card of Samhain. Samhain, for those of you who do not know, is where Halloween originated from, and it's the same time as Halloween. It's right around the same time, October 31st exact, but the whole season too. So yeah, for some of you, Halloween or Samhain is on your mind. It's a part of this full moon, and you may be doing rituals around that, or decorating, or enjoying that part of the season, which is cottage, security, and in bulk awakening come through as well. I'm going to draw a couple tarot cards to clarify those two. I do feel like for some of you, which is cottage, security, it's about being at home, feeling cozy, kind of a little bit more introspective as we get into autumn and we're moving towards winter, and have already left the season of summer. Maybe paying more attention to your home environment and spending more time there. Some of you may be thinking about security and strengthening your security, both of like your immune system through exercise and tending to your health, regenerating your body, with finances, with just about anything, with your relationships. Here we have established boundaries. It's a bit of a checkpoint. There's definitely there's a unique and kind of profound, powerful sort of energy around this full moon that I'm picking up on. And it's on October 13th, which is, very interesting. Valley of Swords, 10 of Wands, reversed. Okay. And let's do one more. King of Coins, the Magician. Okay. So, this awakening. For some of you, you may have earth signs or air signs that are assisting you in some way, shape, or form with a sort of awakening, or with your healing process, with your growth. This could manifest in many different ways. Maybe you have a therapist who is an earth sign or an air sign. Maybe you're taking a class and the teacher is an earth sign or a air sign. Maybe you have a friend who is passing on information to you that's helping assist you in this, and they're an earth sign or an air sign. Could vary. Certainly varies quite a bit. There's definitely an element of increased maturity and good decision making and positivity surrounding finances, financial wealth and abundance associated with this King of Coins. Now this is the Knight of Swords, and that is a different energy. Okay, so let's come back to the King of Coins for a moment. So leadership related to money or health, possible way. This card could be resonating in your life, coming through in your life and resonating for you. It's an energy of being conservative, of hard work paying off, of bettering oneself. And in love, it tends to relate to secure, comfortable, stable, enjoyment, mature type energies. And then let's look at that Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, here it is, somewhere around here. Here it is. The Knight of Swords can have to do with change. It can have to do with big change, something you've been waiting on for quite a while. Sometimes there's a message associated with this card to jump in and seize the moment. Assertiveness, quick-witted and intellectual, talkative, forward-thinking, sometimes single-minded. These are all things associated with the Valley of Swords. And in love, This talks of deeper commitment, proposal, or else a parting. All right. So for some of you, there's going to be an awakening and sort of new beginning and protecting new growth that comes about as a result of what you've been building. It could be things that you want from the new coming year, 2020. It could be new changes that you've recently made. It could be changes or new beginnings that you're starting with this full moon. But you're looking at some of you are looking at needing to protect it, and that might mean cutting ties with a romantic partner or cutting ties in some sort of relationship, saying no more, because that person isn't willing to make a deeper commitment, to fully commit to it, to be supportive enough for whatever it is. Could be a child, it could be your new dedication to your health and well-being, it could be something specific like a class that you just rolled in, your success in that class or something like that. You don't feel supported and you have to cut it out because it's detrimental and it's blocking the growth here, and you're trying to protect this thing and have it grow. And that's where your priority lies, or has to be prioritized. So that's just for some of you. For some of you, though, this is representing change, and could be representing abundance that you've been waiting on for quite some time. It's coming to you now. It can also represent being more talkative around this time. You might be communicating more. There might be new developments, new changes, and things that you're excited about or that you're learning about through interacting with others. And for some of you, you may be deepening a connection, or you may get that commitment in a relationship that you're looking for. And that could be a romantic relationship, but it could also be any type of relationship. It could be signing a contract and starting a new job. It could be many different things. Over here, clarifying the Witch's Cottage security card, we have Major Arcana card, the Magician, number 1, Major Arcana. And then we have 10 of Batons reversed. So let me look at that. 10 of Wands reversed. This is an inability to delegate, being overstressed or burnt out. 10 of Wands. And then the Magician. It's around here somewhere. Magician showed up right side up. And in short, it has to do with your attention and your skills, creating them, honing them, nurturing them, perfecting them, growing them, focusing your attention, and creating things. You're looking to have a place that is safe for you and secure for you, to lay down your burdens, to release your burdens, to shed them, and for you to make things happen, for you to create, for you to use your skills, for you to be able to focus and pay attention on something. I get like something needs your attention, Could be you're needing a quiet place to focus and do yoga, or study for a quiz or a test. Many different things, even just like hearing your own thoughts sometimes. You want a place that's secure and supportive of your goals and allows you to do what you're called to do as you're called to do it, or is mandated. I'm trying to go back into this Wands. There we go. Inability to delegate, being overstressed and burnt out. You're looking for a place that feels safe and secure for you to de-stress, and that isn't going to keep cycling and bringing about more burdens. So I'm not sure if this is like stress at work, stress in your home, or or what, or you're just seeking out a place to detox from life and, like a private sanctuary. Maybe you're trying to make your home environment more cozy or your office more cozy. Things like that are going on. Yeah. Because you're definitely looking at transforming this energy of feeling burnt out and overstressed and and whatnot. And for some of you, it might involve delegating, or some of you might feel like, oh, it'd be nice if I could delegate some of this work or these tasks and this stuff that I don't want to do to somebody else. And that's showing up here as well. You don't feel safe to. You don't feel like they'll do the job right, or you don't feel safe to for some reason. But we have Samhain and we have death in this card, and it's about major transformation. It's about shedding off the old snakeskin and coming through shiny and new and fresh, which is Aries type energy. So they're really working together here. The universe is supporting you. There's a lot of nurturance, a lot of love, benevolence, good luck, good fortune coming about. There's definitely also a message here to take care of yourself, believe in yourself, and take control of your life, or else you're going to have other people controlling your life, So once again, I'm going to just read the mantras here, the affirmations. You can write them down, say them to yourself, sing them, whatever works for you throughout this time period and into the future, as long as you want or need or desire. If you so choose, these really do seem to resonate to the energy of Aries and come into this reading very nice in a very powerful way. Just a few simple words, so much power in there. I am confident in my power. That's the first one. The next one, I am rooted in consciousness, meaning you're aware. And that helps build confidence, recognizing that you are aware instead of being distracted and confused. I am at one with the universe. Its abundance is mine to enjoy. So fear and scarcity thinking and illusions and things like that, you don't need them. That's one of those things that you can shut off. You don't need them. You can believe in an abundant universe and believe that abundance is yours to enjoy. Abundance, prosperity, blessings, self-confidence, feeling good in your body, having your boundaries understood and respected. It's yours. Having a safe, secure home or environment, that's for you. It is for you already. New awakening, the mysteries in life unfolding, new awakening, new understandings, growth, that's still for you too. And also the holiday season, Samhain. So I hope you enjoy that. There's going to be a lot more readings in the Halloween event if you're interested in checking those out. And oh my goodness, I've just been talking and sharing links and information galore. But yeah, I have Etsy, I have Patreon as well, and I will steer you into stuff that's going to be going on long after the event. I think will be going on long after the Halloween event, like the Facebook group where you can regularly get new moon and full moon general readings and things like that in the event. So if you're not in the event and it sounds like it might be kind of fun, why don't you swing over there and check it out and join up and participate, get involved. All right, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope you have a wonderful full moon in Aries. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye.